Hello and welcome into Boulder, Colorado for this afternoon's MCLA matchup between your Colorado Buffaloes, ranked #1 in the country, and the visiting Sonoma. Joey, you just muted me, Joey.
Wrong person.
Sonoma State and Colorado. We're going to be right with you here at the face-off in a second. We're just figuring out a few more technical things, so don't go anywhere. You've got MCLA action here on livestream.com. All right, we're here live for the face-off. Seawolves, Buffaloes, are you ready? MCLA action on Sunday afternoon. We're underway. Colorado will control the draw. Thanks for joining us, Joe Paris, alongside Joey Prechtel. Joey's going to be running graphics for the first little while. Our graphics guy was late, so he'll join me on commentary here in a little while. But here we go. Colorado's got the ball to start things off here. It'll be John Clayton. Clayton will send it into the corner. It'll be Carter Esqueda. Esqueda will run it around. He'll be picked up on defense by Spencer Casanogue. Colorado took on Friday night. Wow, it already seems a long time ago. Friday night, Colorado had a great matchup against the Florida State Seminoles. They came out on top of that one. And tonight, another big challenger, top 25 team, number 12 in the country. Sonoma State Seawolves. They beat Colorado State earlier this weekend in a very close matchup up in Fort Collins. So they have a lot of fire coming into this afternoon's matchup. Goaltenders this afternoon, it'll be Zach Urbany in net for the Seawolves. And on the other end for Colorado, you know the guy, it's Makarov. Shot on net was saved there by Urbany. It'll be battled for. Huge GB in the crease. Poked away, and the goaltender Urbany will grab it for the Seawolves. Jensen Makarov had an awesome game back on Friday night. He had some solid saves. It was a high-scoring affair, but Makarov was a difference for Colorado. It's Riley Combe, though, after the big GB pickup for Colorado. Combe will play it back to McElvany. We'll go back to Combe, who comes behind to X now. Operating from behind is Garfinkel. He'll send it on to Mitch Erickson, who's come on for the first time. Erickson will send it to the right side. It's Colin McElvany, and McElvany fires and scores. 1-0 Colorado. Colin McElvany, a rocket. And that'll put the Bucks on top early. They had a very slow start kind of to the first half. They were scoring a little bit on Friday night. They just couldn't quite get it out of first gear, they felt, really, until that fourth quarter where they started firing on all cylinders. But it'll be McElvany who will get the first goal here tonight for Colorado. So 1-0 just underway from Kittredge Field in beautiful Boulder, Colorado. I'm Joe Paris. I'm joined by Joey Prechtel. He'll be with us later on in the broadcast. He's running graphics right now, those lovely graphics you'll see up on the screen. We spent a lot of time this morning working on that for you guys at home. Sam Banks has got it off the draw. He'll play it off to Carter Esqueda. Esqueda will send it in behind to X. Colorado will start their motion offense. Isaacson will run off. He'll be replaced by Doug Graves. It'll be Hart Weiss. Weiss will take it from behind. He looks to Esqueda. Esqueda on the near side will look to operate from behind. He'll be picked up by Spencer Casanogue. He'll flip it up top now. It's Ryan Stoll. Stoll's got some speed. He'll fire one and he scores! Ryan Stoll. That'll put Colorado on top. 2-0, beating the goaltender Urbany on the post side. And Colorado has come to play here this afternoon. Not waiting at all after that opening draw to get things going. 12:47 remaining in our first quarter. It's already 2-0 Buffaloes. Look at that. We got this 2-0 up on that board. I want everyone at home to know that there is a group of kids here today that are working their tails off harder than any place in the country to get this broadcast going for you guys. It was not easy, but thank you for the patience. Colorado will get it off the draw again. It'll be Zane O'Brien for Colorado. It'll be played all the way behind. Colorado will get it going. It's the long pull. Rowan Sloss, who's the captain this year. Rowan was a huge part of the national championship team a year ago. And rumor has it that number 22 from last year's squad, the MVP Riley Siddell, is in attendance today. We're hopefully going to have Riley joining us at halftime. Got a lot of questions to ask Riley. We had Mitch Fenton with us in the booth on Friday night. It was cool to talk to Mitch about his experiences with CU Lacrosse. Riley behind me wearing his national championship shirt. Hopefully we'll get him on the broadcast sooner or later. It'll come behind the net, though, for Colorado. It'll be Colin McElvenney, who will lose it to the Sonoma Seawolves. So the goaltender not having to face a shot there. Wheel show coming out from behind. It'll be Cameron Cruz. Cruz has it knocked away by Clayton at the midline. He'll spin around. Wildly throws it off. A good GB pickup, though, by Zach Swinford. Moved up into the offensive half now for Sonoma. The Seawolves will operate from behind. Boschia will receive it behind. He'll look in front. He's got a man waiting in the slot. It's Zach Swinford. Swinford will move out. They'll work it around. Michael Tomita on the far side will center it up top. It's Blaine Sando. Sando will flip it on. It'll be Tyler Yamamoto. Boschia comes to the near side of Swinford. Swinford will rotate it around the back. Picking it up will be Connor Keenley. Keenley sends it over to Sando. Sando being picked up by Doug Graves will get rid of it. It's lost the long pull. Defending back there for Colorado alongside Connor Irvin. Irvin will give chase to Tomita. Tomita will look to get rid of it. Finally does. Seawolves, deliberate pace. They're going to be patient. They trail 2-0. It's Connor Keenley. Keenley, Fontanelli fires one wide. And Makarov will grab it now for Colorado. Big save there by the goaltender. Jensen Makarov is only a freshman. He came from Maryland. He's a good replacement for Mitch Fenton. Talked to Mitch. He said he loves the playing style of Makarov. It's Graves. He'll fire one. It'll be saved there by the goaltender. Urbany will deflect it, but Colorado will pick it up. It's John Clayton. Clayton, who had a huge weekend last week in Arizona. He had 7 goals in an apple. That's 8 points in a game. That's one short of the record. Jack Cranston had 8 against BYU last year. Stoll sends it across to Graves. Graves a wild pass from McElvenney. McElvenney, though, will scoop it up. First quarter action, 10:08 remaining in our first. 2-0 Buffaloes from Kit Field in Boulder, Colorado. 75-degree day in Boulder. That's a record high temperature for this time of March locally. Erickson will throw one. That one goes wide. Colorado first one to the ball. They'll keep possession. Fans still filing into Kit Field. There's the grill out. We've got some snacks. It's a good day for lacrosse in beautiful Boulder, Colorado. This turf looks great out here. Colm will take it in. He'll send it behind the X now. Comes in front. McElvenney wanted the shot. He's held up by the defender, and a good stick check there by Jack Becker. Becker will take the man down. Colorado will drop the ball, and it'll be Connor Keenley who will bring it up to the near half. It's Zach Swinford. Swinford will be picked up on defense. It's Zach Dawes who will chase him off into the corner. Swinford, though, will escape. He'll trot around. Sends across to Boschia. Chessa comes around, fires one. That one goes just wide. It'll come out of bounds. It'll stay here with the Seawolves. 9:13 remaining in our first quarter. 2-0 in favor of the Colorado Buffaloes. Goals by Colin McElvenney and Ryan Stoll to get things going. From behind, it's Swinford. Swinford rotates it around to Tomita. Tomita looks at tap. It's Koenig. Wes Koenig will work it off to his right side to Matt Moynihan. Moynihan will trigger around to Boschia. They return to Moynihan. Colorado getting set here in their manish offense. Looks a little bit zonish. Isaacson will use his body to push Bosley. Bosley sends one on net, and Makarov will make the save. Makarov will work it off into the far half. It'll be Rowan Sloss who will move with it. Sloss will send it over to Hart Wise. Wise will go backdoor. He loses it. Carter Esqueda will go after it. A good play, though, by Rowan Sloss, taking it all the way from the defensive half. It'll be the Seawolves that get position after it, though. Sloppy pass will come to the midline, picked up on a hop by Sando. Battled for now, knocked down out of the stick of Lopez. Still free, huge GB battle, and Colorado will come up with it. It'll be Cameron Babin. Babin will send it over to Clayton. Clayton's got one man to beat. He goes behind the back, then he sends it just wide. Clayton wanted that BTB, just couldn't quite knock it home. And we're going to get a timeout from the Sonoma Seawolves. First quarter action, high-paced offensive explosion for Colorado to get things going. And Joey, I know you're running graphics, but what have you seen so far? Oh, he's going to unmute himself. Here we go.
You know, Joe, it's been a very fast-paced offense for the Colorado squad, really getting to Sonoma State early with those 2 goals early on, and Sonoma not really able to get anything going. Jensen Makarov been playing a great game so far. He's faced a couple shots, and as you mentioned, his performance against FSU Friday night, it shows that he did allow 15 goals, but what you have to look a little bit further into is that he had 18 saves. I mean, truly just a great performance by Makarov all around. Really got the team that win the night, as FSU competed with this Colorado squad a lot closer than some people thought.
And, you know, Colorado did a very solid job on Friday night to not get down on themselves. They really didn't have a great start to the game, but they persevered through.
Yeah, they persevered through, and it's almost exact opposite in this game, as they've had a good start taking this 2-0 lead with 8:09 remaining in the first quarter, and still holding Sonoma State scoreless after a couple good scoring opportunities by them.
If you want to interact with me during the broadcast, send me your thoughts or comments, tweet at me at Joe Paris. That's JoeParris. It's one word. Joey and I will keep our eye on Twitter. But we're back to action here. 2-0 Buffaloes, first quarter. 75-degree day, Joey. I think we might hit 80.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful in Boulder, Colorado today.
This is really one of the most beautiful scenes in the MCLA. I mean, yeah, I'm biased. I'm a student here, but what a beautiful place to be.
Great day to be a Buff.
It is a great day to be a Buff. That's what the boys on the LAC side of things were chanting before the game. Firing them up. We're back into action. It's Ryan Stoll. Stoll will be picked up by the long stick, Lopez. He'll trigger it around. It's John Clayton. Clayton from the top of the formation will come to the near side, back to Stoll. Stoll sent it to Wise. Wise comes behind now to Esqueda. A little bit of a different opening line for Colorado. I haven't seen much of Jay Scanner or Riley Colm. Working around is Stoll. Stoll will run into a couple of defenders. That was Graves to Stoll. Stoll will look up top. He'll find John Clayton, the Team New Zealand member from the World Lacrosse Championships in Denver. Shot on net from McElvaney. Blocked off. Kept in, though, by Colorado. And we're going to get an offside call actually on Colorado. It looked like Connor Irvin just couldn't keep his feet on the right side. So it'll be the Sonoma Seawolves with it. It'll come behind to Boschia. Bochessa to Swinford. Swinford being stared down by the long pole, Zach Dawes. He'll send it up top. It's Yamamoto. Yamamoto will get rid of it just in time to Keenley. Keenley, wild pass over. Swinford, though, will be able to handle it. Dawes will rotate over on him. Triggered around the back. It'll be Connor Keenley. Keenley goes to the far side. Sando works it around the formation. These Seawolves are seeing if they can break into the formation of Colorado. They've done a good job, though, of keeping their spacing, not letting any inside screens disrupt the formation. Eric Isaacson, the general, are out there. He may be small, but he's quick and aggressive, and he takes a lot of offensive players by surprise. Pushing off is Keenley. Keenley has nowhere to go, so it'll be flipped in behind to Bochessa. Bochessa wants to go to work with Rowan Sloss. Sloss will force him, though, to trigger it away. Coming down on the right will be Sando. He'll take the alley. He'll come behind to X. Swapping places are the Seawolves. It's Yamamoto. Yamamoto walks in. Shot is blocked down. Rebound will be battled for and scooped up by Colorado. It'll be Rowan Sloss. Sloss is the wheel show. He wants to take this all the way. Sloss to long pole. He'll look to the left. He'll send it there. Clayton, 1-2 pass, and a goal!
Assist number 44.
Ben Wharton will send that one home for Colorado. His first of the weekend. What a pass, though, all the way down the field. It was Rowan Sloss. Sloss took it the distance, and Joey, you can't draw it up much better than that.
You can't, and it really all started with that GB battle in front of Makarov in the crease, Joe. Getting that GB was huge for the Colorado offense.
Ben Wharton, the freshman attack, getting his first tally of the weekend, and it was a pretty one. Colorado will break it up after the lost face-off. We're going to get a referee's whistle, and we're going to get a push on Colorado, so it'll stay with Sonoma. 5:41 remaining in our first quarter. 3-0 Buffaloes on Sunday afternoon. You're tuned in live to livestream.com. Joe Paris and Joey Prechtel here with you. Joey pulling double duty. Joey's running graphics right now. That scoreboard you see at the top, that's Joey. Attaboy, Joey.
Yeah, I try, Joe. I try.
Swinford will bring it around. He'll be picked up by the long pole, Dawes. Seawolves looking for an answer. They had quite a matchup with Colorado State earlier this weekend. Talking to a few people yesterday, they were surprised that Sonoma came up to Fort Collins and came away with that one. But how much do they spend in the tank up in Fort Collins? How much do they have left for today? Swinford. He'll trigger up top. Moynihan spins around, sends it through. Shot on net, and they finally get one through. It'll be Ashton Ward who will go top shelf, beating Makarov, and it's 3-1. A little bit of a defensive breakdown there for Colorado, an inside screen. Ward came off of a pick, it looked like, and sent it top shelf, beating the goaltender. For Jensen Makarov, that'll be the first one to get past him this afternoon, and it is 3-1 in favor of Colorado. Sonoma, a very capable team. They have a small school, but they've got a lot of talent there. And we're seeing that here this afternoon, that if they get rolling, they're a dangerous team. Clayton will try to golf it past the man. It'll come back, though, and scooped up by Sam Banks. Banks will send it up top to Blake Irwin. Irwin will swap it off to Riley Colm, who will run onto the field. Colm handling with one hand, will try to run around a man, and a shot on net is deflected away. A good save by Zach Urbany. Got a piece of it, sending it into the corner. Esqueda will trigger in, though, from the corner. It'll come to McElvany, now to Erickson. Cole looks behind. Said he'll replace the guy at X. Riley looking for Esqueda back door. He'll fire one, and that one goes wide. Carter, though, will get there first. A good run from Riley Colm. Yet to see Jay Scan in there today. John Clayton. McElvany, 3:57 remaining in our first quarter. Mitch Erickson will find Riley Colm. Riley will go one-on-one with the defender, Perez. He'll come behind now. McElvany. Erickson. Picked up by Abel. Abel will smack him in the hands. Erickson, though, will kind of push him off there. A little bit of a stiff-arm football move. McElvany will come around. He'll get some contact with the shoulder with Abel. McElvany will stick with it. Smaller Abel, though, will push him off and back. So Colorado will trigger out. They'll try again. Riley Colm will work it around out at John Clayton. Clayton sees an alley. He's going to come down. Can't quite get the shot. He'll center it in front. Poked at. Almost a quick stick put in by Wharton. But Sonoma will come up with the ball. So a good possession there for Colorado, but unable to put one home. Solid defense.
Go, Benny, ride him, buddy.
Wharton looking for that quick stick look. Colorado with that 10-man rod. Picked up, though, by Makarov. Makarov will set it up. It'll be the long ball, Cameron Babin. Babin will lose it to Esqueda. 2:52 remaining in our first. Esqueda will take his time. Ryan Stoll will come on. Excuse me, Doug Graves will come on as well. Graves will use his speed to try and beat the defender. He'll be pushed around. Fires one. That one bounces in front. Not really a shot on net, so it'll become now to Carter Esqueda. Esqueda will take it. He'll find John Clayton. Clayton will come up top. It's Chris Boland. Boland to Ryan Stoll. Stoll will look behind the net. Esqueda comes forward, spins around a guy, loses it. It'll be Sonoma State that'll pick it up. It'll be the long ball, Cameron Revere. Revere will send it forward. It's Cameron Cruz. Cruz will be met by Doug Graves. He'll work through him, though, using his body to protect the stick. Set forward into the offensive half, now to Bochessa. Bochessa will set it around. Swinford will get things going. They trail by 2 with the minute 52 remaining. Can the Sonoma State Seawolves get something going here? The ageless question. Yamamoto. He'll be picked up by Grant McCannon. McCannon had a goal on Friday night. It got the scoring going. Colorado fed off of the goal from McCannon in that first half. Great defender as well. Sando comes up top. We worked around the clock, coming counterclockwise the other way. Bochessa, Swinford. Swinford will draw the attention of Zach Dawes. Pushed up top and around by Yamamoto. It'll be some speed. Coming around the bend was Keenley. Keenley loses it. It'll be picked up by Isaacson. Isaacson gets whacked though, and Sonoma will keep with it. Good work by the Seawolves to not quit on the offensive zone turnover. Sando. Yamamoto. Back to Sando. The difference between good teams and great teams are the teams that give it their all no matter what the circumstances. And seeing what they did this weekend against Colorado State, this Sonoma State squad is not messing around. Keenley up top, far side. Pass to the slot. Keenley looks to go backdoor shot. Saved by Makarov. He robbed Swinford on that one, and Makarov with his best save of the afternoon. What a play. Zane Larson will bring it off to the offensive half. It'll come down to Wharton. Wharton will lose a defender who will spin around. Sends it over for Isaacson. Isaacson can't quite get the stick on it. It'll be a race to the end line. He'll beat the ball there. Isaacson sees Clayton. He wants him there. Clayton, though, is picked up by Wilson, the long pole. So it'll be Isaacson that'll have to send it around. Comes forward. Shot way wide of the net off the stick of Jay Snell. Coach Galvin using a much different personnel this afternoon compared to Friday. Snell shot out of bounds. And that'll be the end of our first quarter. So at the end of one, Colorado leads 3-1. They started off hot, but Joey, they were really unable to push the throttle and put this game away in the first quarter like they did last year.
Yeah, they got those first two quick goals as we saw early on, just a couple minutes into this first quarter. But then after that, as you said, Joe, they kind of cooled off. And the Sonoma State defense, a lot of credit to them. Joe, I looked at it. They haven't allowed double-digit goals since their first loss of the season against Dominican when they allowed 12. Since then, they have allowed single-digit goals in every single one of their games, including against CSU. And CSU, as we all know, very good team in MCLA men's lacrosse, top 5 team, just dominant throughout, and held them 9-8. I mean, they beat them 9-8, and they really came through. Yamamoto for Sonoma State scored the game winner for them, for the Seawolves, just with 46 seconds remaining. So that game just very gritty, back and forth. So we know the Sonoma State defense can hang with the best in the MCLA.
And we've seen Tyler Yamamoto this afternoon playing very well. Thanks for joining us. Doing graphics was Joey Prechtel. Derek Michelson is now here. Derek came straight from his game this morning. He represents the United States military team here in Colorado. So now Derek will be on graphics. Joey Prechtel in the booth. I'm Joe Paris. Thanks for joining us. If you want to interact with us during the broadcast, you're at Joey_Prechtel.
Yep, at J_Prechtel.
J_Prechtel, at Joe Paris, JoeParris. We read all the tweets. They're a lot of fun for us.
I should probably spell my last name for people, huh?
You should.
Difficult, yeah.
P-R-E-C-H-T-L.
There you go.
Prechtel. Also, make sure to tweet in at CU Men's Lacrosse all the time. We love reading the tweets, but during the broadcast, tweet in at us, and we'll see as many tweets as we can get to. Lisa's on camera. Lisa's doing a great job.
Hopefully we don't have any issues with the roster like we did with FSU.
Yes, I actually had a few Sonoma State parents come up, and we went over the roster together, so we are good to go. But, all right, let's get back to the action. Beautiful day in Boulder.
It's great.
Beautiful day.
Feels great.
Teams will switch side, and, you know, Joey, getting ready to go here in the second. What are you expecting from Sonoma?
From Sonoma, just trying to chip into this lead. You know, it's only 2 goals, and lacrosse is just a game of runs. So if they can just get something going early on, then they can really get to this Colorado squad. We saw FSU do it, so if Sonoma can just replicate that, then we can see that happen.
Aggressive pull on the face-off. It'll come to the stick of Swinford. Swinford will poke it forward now to Scarmella.
I like the sound effects, Joe.
Scarmella, yeah. Clayton, though, will pick it up in the offensive half, though, for Colorado. They've got a little bit of speed and number. Shot from the outside. He scores. I think that deflected off of something. John Clayton sent it through. A weird play. Colorado is going to get a goal, but that's kind of like in hockey when you just send it towards the net. You see deflected off of a stick. You don't see it that much in lacrosse, but I believe that might have got the helmet of a player.
It might have. We see John Clayton just passing out from way back. And yeah, I do not think he was trying to get a shot on goal whatsoever, but the deflection helped his way. And, you know, it got to the goal. He wasn't expecting it.
So 4-1 Colorado. They've had 4 different goal scorers this afternoon. Michelson over here on, he's got it down. He's got it. He's got the eye black still on. Derek's still got his eye black, and he's got the umbrella. What a day for...
And he's got his jersey.
And he's got his jersey on still. We'll have to get a shot of your jersey later, Derek, because that's cool. Colorado leads 4-1. We'll have talking to people off screen because the people watching at home have no idea what's going on. Referee's got his hand up. I think we're going to get a push, and it's going to be Sonoma ball, and it is. So the Seawolves will take it. Scarmella will send it back to the long pole. Revere will come back to the goaltender, Urbany. Now, Urbany's played solid here. He kept Colorado out of the net there in the latter half, and except for that little bit of a breakdown there by Sonoma, they looked solid really the latter half of that first. Aggressive 10-man ride for Colorado to start off in the second. We saw that a lot Friday night and in the first quarter. For the Seawolves, it's Swinford. Swinford to Keenly. Salami out there, the long pole for Colorado. He does a lot of face-offs, but he's also an LSM, so he can pull double duty. Clark Salami, a fan favorite here. And his brother, Joey, the goaltender for the CSU Rams. Can't wait to have the Rocky Mountain Showdown. We have Salami versus Salami.
Yeah, that's always a fun matchup, you know, split family.
Who do you think they'll be rooting for? I'm sure they'll be rooting for a good game. No injuries is what they'll be rooting for.
There you go. It's always a good thing to root for.
Yamamoto's got it. He'll send it around to the corner to Tomita. Tomita behind to Bochessa. Bochessa will send it over to the far side now. Isaacson will pick him up there. Zach Swinford looking for a lane. A lot of standing around now for the Seawolves. It'll be an isolation play for Swinford. He'll set it in front. The one-timer no good for Tomita. Knocked down. Salami out there. Makarov had it in his basket, and he was interfered with, so that'll be a Colorado Buffaloes possession. But Makarov doing a good job there, getting the stick on it. And Joey, yesterday you got a chance to play with a goaltender stick. How hard is it to control the ball for you?
It's not easy with the goaltender stick, not at all. It's pretty. They make it look easy out there, but it's not as easy as it looks, people.
I thought I'd put a goalie stick from my playing days in Joey's hand yesterday to see how he handled it. And you know, Joey, I thought you did pretty good. Did you? Yeah, maybe we'll have to show off your skills another day.
Maybe.
Comes in front to Hart Wise. He gets buried. And they're going to get a lot of pushing and shoving there. A little bit of a emphatic takedown, but it'll be Sonoma who comes up with the ball. Justin Hong will set it up. It'll come free to Castanogue. Now into the offensive half, deep in is Swinford. Swinford will be chased down by Connor Irvin. He'll send it out to Bochessa. Bochessa to Christian Bosley. Bosley will handle the basket style. He'll start his cradle on Erickson. Sends it down low to Tomita. Tomita's pass to Bosley is a wild one, but Ward will bail him out. Ashton Ward, who has the single goal tonight for the Seawolves. Bochessa from behind. Looks in front. No one home. Bosley sends it near side to Hong. Tomita around the bend. 11:49 remaining in our second quarter, 4-1. Ball will be thrown away and will come out of bounds for Colorado. I'd like to take this time to thank our CU Men's Lacrosse broadcast sponsor, Encore Brand. Encore's got all your lacrosse apparel as well as everyday apparel. Check them out online. Encore Brand. Action is character. Ryan Stoll will bring it down the alley. Stoll will be pushed off by the defenseman. He'll carry out to Doug Graves. Graves, an integral part last year of the fill-ins, really. He wasn't in that starting role. He'll fire one wide, but he was definitely part of that national championship team that was a lot of fun to watch. Almost exactly a year ago, we had Colorado playing against, I think, who were we playing against? Davenport, Iowa.
I was going to say, wasn't it ASU?
Well, ASU would have been the Saturday game. The Sunday game was against Davenport, and that was a fun one. A year later, though, look how the MCLA surface looks. It's Graves coming around. He'll fire and he scores! Doug Graves! Graves using the body to create space. Just enough to come around the bend and send one home. The senior midfielder will make this one 5-1. 10:51 remaining here in the second quarter.
Yeah, I was going to say, Joe, great patience by Graves to get around that defender, use it, and then juke him out with that move, and then just fire a shot that got past Urbany. You know, great move for the Buffs early on in the second quarter.
Seawolves will try to wrap up on the faceoff. They'll push it forward. Coming in with speed is Miller, and Miller will send one high. Orchester, though, will be the first one there, so Seawolves will hang on to it.
That's the opportunity the Seawolves have to capitalize on, Joe. They got the breakaway, had the fast break, and the goal just went wide.
And 12th in the country, Joey, coming in with a lot riding on this game after beating CSU.
Yeah, and like I said, you know, just really great gritty performance against CSU, coming from behind in the last minute of that game. Really shows us how talented the Seawolves squad is.
I mean, regardless of today's outcome, they're going to move up in the MCLA polls most likely. And I mean, if they can give Colorado a good game here today, maybe even sneak a win out, they would jump up big time.
Oh, definitely. I could definitely see them cracking into the top 10, maybe even top 5 if they are able to come away with the win today. That'd be a big jump, Joe.
Well, those rankings will be coming out this week, so stay tuned to MCLA.us for those. We'll have the links on our Twitter and Facebook page as well. 9:50 remaining in the second. Seawolves control. It's Yamamoto. Yamamoto sends it to the near side. Bochesa tries to go high, but Makarov is there for it.
And just great patience by the Buffalo's defense today, you know, really staying disciplined, staying in their zones, not being too aggressive and getting out of position.
Connor Irvin will send into the near half to Grant McCannon. McCannon finds Clayton. Clayton comes around the bend. He'll send one in. A bouncing shot almost snuck home, but Urbany got just enough of a pull to keep the one out of the surface. It'll be Hartwise who will take it now. He'll be met by the defender, Spencer Casanoga. Set up top to Jay Snell. Snell comes around the bend. He wanted it, but we'll give it the passing lane. Colorado will start the motion offense. It comes to Clayton. Clayton handles with one hand. Looks for a little bit of a dangle. Can't quite connect on the pass in the slot to Justin Russ. A huge play by Ruck to knock that one up. Coming around a screen and firing. The shot there was Matt Millen. Kept out though. What a dodge and a goal! Davis Barker. A great dodge, shake and bake, and then he goes high to high. And that'll make this one 6-1.
And Joe, that goal can be credited to that defensive play. You know, Buffs turned the ball over, then forced the turnover right away by the Seawolves. Got that extra possession, and it results in another goal for the Buffaloes.
See a few members of the national championship team sitting in the crowd today. We'll be joined at halftime by Riley Siddell, but I also see Hayden McClain, who's sporting his national championship hat. And we're going to get a timeout on the field with 8:38 remaining in the second quarter. Our score is 6-1. Great day for lacrosse here. Beautiful Kit Field. And I mean, we had a good attendance on Friday night, Joey, in the cold weather, but here that the most beautiful day of the year. Look at that. I mean, we're seeing a few hundred here today.
Yeah, the attendance today is just really outstanding. Looking around both sides of me, and it's just people all around coming out supporting their MCLA #1 team in the country, Colorado Buffaloes. It's great that, you know, it's great that one of these university schools can get some support, Joe.
University of Colorado also having their spring football game today over at Folsom Field. Head coach John Galvin for Colorado was actually there at 5 o'clock this morning to help getting operations going. He snuck over here to coach the lacrosse game. I think he got here about 12:40, and you know, right after the game today, he's got to go back to work.
Yeah, long day for Coach Galvin, but you know, he's used to it. He loves it. He's just very talented at what he does, and you know, the university could, I don't know what they would do without him.
Let's see if there's any tweets. Shall we check the tweets?
Let's look.
Let's look. Make sure to tweet in at Joe Paris if you have any comments on this afternoon's game. But Joey, really solid play for Colorado. A lot different pace coming out of the gate than Friday.
Yeah, very fast paced today, and their defense though has been the difference. You know, holding Sonoma State to 1 goal, and we're 8:38 remaining in this first half. just really outstanding, and getting to this Sonoma State defense that I was praising earlier, as they, you know, ever since their first game of the season, they have not allowed double-digit points, and now Colorado with 6 already here with still 8:38 remaining, just really goes to show just how powerful this Colorado offense is.
We are getting some tweets in from Bosch Jules. He says, all the way from San Diego, go Noma, put in Diablo. He also says, don't sleep on Noma. They are looking for that upset. Hashtag Noma Nation. This team very talented. They've definitely got the talent to do this. The ability. Scaramella is also the name. Nick Scarmella.
Scarmella.
Well, I got a tweet coming in that says it's Scaramella.
It's Scaramella.
We were talking with Sonoma parents, and they said it was Scarmarella, but we'll go Scaramella.
And Joe, it looks like Sonoma State's going to have a man-up opportunity here.
So big opportunity for the Seawolves. See if they can cut into this Colorado lead. They trail by 5 with time ticking down here, about halfway done in our second quarter. It'll come up top the formation, and now to the back door. Keenly sends it around the bend. He'll receive the pass now at the top. That pass is lost off the stick of Swinford, and it'll be a Colorado possession there, not what you want to do on the man up. That's about the worst thing that could happen.
Exactly, Joe, and it looks like that man up opportunity is over now for Sonoma.
Aggressive ride. Sonoma breaks it up. We're going to get a whistle as Swinford will scoop it up. Zach Dawes got decked, and he lost control of the ball. Looked like a pretty solid ride play on that possession. But it'll be Colorado possession.
And now they have the man-up opportunity, Joe, so now Colorado has a chance to maybe increase this lead here.
And it'll be Spencer Casanoge who will take a seat for 30 seconds. So Colorado will get their first shot here on the man-up opportunity. When they were man-up on Friday night, they had it going, but they really couldn't pull off the trigger.
Yeah, they couldn't do it. Let's see if Galvin made the right adjustments to see if they can crack into this Sonoma State defense.
Cole will send it behind to Clayton. Clayton will send it over to Esqueda. Esqueda will find Erickson at the top. Graves, Cole, Esqueda. Esqueda who can operate from behind from X, where he's got the speed and the moves, reminiscent of another 22, Riley Siddell. Esqueda, a little bit of a smaller attack. Up top now, Graves will send a blast, and it will be saved up and out of the area by Urbany. He made the initial grab, it popped up, and he kind of just tipped it back over the crossbar. Wasn't the most conventional play, but it kept the ball out of the net.
It wasn't. It got the job done, you know, kept this lead just to 5 for Colorado, so Urbany's happy with how he was able to make that save.
It'll be broken up. A good nugget there by McElvaney. McElvaney will take it all the way, and he wants to fire one, and that one goes just a bit outside on the right. He'll also take a little bit of contact there after play by Revere.
And we're seeing a lot of scoring opportunities coming for Colorado with those extra possessions that they're forcing.
McElvaney will send it up top. On a hop, it comes over to Erickson. Erickson will draw some defense. Breaking up the play was Sean Abel. Clayton will bring it in. 6:48 remaining in the second. 5-goal game in favor of Colorado. They only have one mark against them on the afternoon. Came from Ashton Ward back in the first. Pass will be bounced out of bounds, so come back to Esqueda. Esqueda will find Riley Combe. Combe will be picked up on defense by DJ Lopez. His name's Dustin, goes by DJ. Mitch sends one wide.
Really seeing Colorado threatening here to get another goal into this. And it's really huge for Colorado to take this big lead because Sonoma State really focuses on their defense, and playing from behind is going to be tough for them, especially if this deficit keeps getting larger and larger.
Erickson will try to take Abel. He'll have to back out and try it again. It's Ryan Stoll. Stoll will now run into Abel. Abel will pick up that ball again. Good inside defender there with the short stick. Graves. He wants to go one-on-one. He'll find Miller. Dougie tries to send it through. That one goes just high and wide, but a good look for Colorado. 5:55 remaining in the second. Clayton will send it in behind. It's Doug Graves. Graves will trot around the crease, looking to come around the bend. He'll fire one, and it goes wide on the near side. I believe Urbany might have even gotten a piece of that one. Trying to go short side, he just couldn't quite convert. So Sonoma will bring it up the alley. It'll be Ian Merwin. Merwin will run into Stoll. He'll push him down. Is he going to come out of bounds? Yes, he is. A great play there by Ryan Stoll, chasing the play back. Referee will call for it to come back into the defensive half, so Ryan Stoll will try to advance, and he keeps it, and he'll tiptoe into the offensive end. A good play by Ryan Stoll, doing a fantastic job to stick with it. Meanwhile, Riley Colm, he'll take it in. Revere will pick him up. He'll send it around the bend. It's Esqueda. Esqueda, he'll slow up the pace. Colorado will have a change of personnel, so they'll wait for the play to catch up. Erickson. Jay Snell comes in, fires one high. Urbany looks like he had the angle on that one. Clayton will be the first one to the ball. Clayton didn't get it going really on Friday night, so we're looking for a big breakout performance here. I mean, felt a little frustrated after Friday. Just couldn't get it going. It was sealed off by Florida State.
What's interesting, Joe, is that the player that did get it going, Jace Gann, I still have not seen him on the field today.
Erickson looks to fire one. That one goes wide on the outside. Colorado will try it again. Esqueda. Picked up on defense by Miller. Spin move, fire one. Comes right to Clayton. Back door now, shot on net, bounces just wide. Clayton though will grab it, looks for a quick stick in front. Broken up, ball still loose. Here GB right now, we're gonna get a whistle. I think we're gonna get a push. Could really call it on either side. They'll call the push on Colorado, and so Sonoma will get possession of the ball with 4:20 remaining in our second quarter.
Joe, we're saying this be a much more physical game than it was against FSU. Man, that just goes to show you just how aggressive Sonoma State is with their defense.
Urbany will be chased down on the ride by Clayton. He'll get rid of it to the long pole. It'll be Sam Wilson. Make sure to stay tuned during halftime. We'll have MVP from the national championship, Riley Siddell. Riley's teammate Jack Cranston was messaging in. We better get a close-up on his face. So just for you, Jack, we'll get a close-up on Riley. Hopefully he has his ring today, too.
I was about to say, get another close-up of another championship ring.
Mitch had his in the booth. Mitch Fenton, that is, on Friday night. Big shout out to Mitch. I hope he's watching from home. Killed it on color commentary. His first game ever. That's what they say, though. Former players are good color commentators. And Joey Prechtel, of course. Esqueda working around from behind. He'll look up top. He'll find Matt Millen. He'll fire one and he scores! Matt Millen, the attack, sends it home. The sophomore makes this one 7-1.
Matt Millen just with a great move on Dustin Lopez. Got around him, faked him out, fell to the ground, and just fired it on goal. And Urbany didn't have a chance against it.
Double M making this one a 6-goal game.
You just come up with that, Joe?
I did.
I like it. You the official nicknamer of the CU men's lacrosse team?
I do my best. I have a nickname for Makarov. I'm gonna save it though.
Oh, are you?
You know where it comes from too. After a better save, I'll come out with it. I think you know what direction I'm going.
Oh God.
If you're a fan of the Colorado Evolution or the Rough Riders, a huge nugget there by Clark Salami. Salami using all of that pole, and he's going to work it off. What a play by Clark. That's as good as it gets with the long pole. O'Brien looks to drop it off behind to Wise. It's going to be a race to it, and Hart will get there. Clark Salami, though, what a play with that long pole. We're going to get a whistle, and I believe we're going to get a timeout for Colorado, and we will. Clark Salami, though, look at that, extending the full pole, grabbing that nugget, and then trotting it off into the offensive half. Kids at home, take notes. That's how you do it.
Yeah, very versatile player, Clark Salami, with the long stick on defense, on offense. Even takes face-offs, Joe. Very unique player with a unique skill set. Clark Salami is, and then getting Colorado another offensive possession to increase their lead here with 2:56 remaining in the first half.
Let's check some Twitter, shall we? Scarp tweets in, They all have jet black mustaches. Check them out. The power of the stash. Hashtag just for men. Hashtag nomination. I haven't gotten a good look at the upper lips of the Sonoma Seawolves, but we'll have to check out their
I saw a few before the game.
mustaches.
Yeah, I have to agree with that. I saw a few. We were busy really frantically setting up, so there wasn't a whole lot of time to look at the players.
Scarp wants to know, are the Buffaloes doubling up on Brad Bochessa, number 2? Well, it doesn't look like too much. It seems like on that weak side rotation, though, they do get the guy over pretty quickly. Bochessa, who is a powerful offensive player for the Sonoma Seawolves, has really been shut down. The only goal this afternoon for the Seawolves came from Ashton Ward back in the first, and from that point, the defense and the goaltending for Colorado has been solid.
Yeah, as I said, just being very disciplined, not being too aggressive to where they're getting out of position. They're staying where they need to be, and they're just making all the right adjustments at the right time, really making it difficult for this Sonoma State offense to get anything going.
2:54 remaining in our first half. Colorado up by 6 goals. Off the great play by Clark Salami into the timeout. It'll be Buffalo's possession. Pushed around. Ben Wharton plays off to the near side. Raleigh Combs got an alley. He'll dodge the other way. Comes through. Fires one and a save by Urbany.
Yeah, Urbany saw that the whole time. He was expecting it, and he was right there to make that save.
He was working on Sean Abel. Sean lost his footing just a tad on the doorstep. Raleigh, though, unable to send that one home. Hartwise will send it into the corner again for Coleman. Coleman wants the same matchup. He'll draw the double, though, and he'll have to work out to the outside. Casanogue doing a good job to rotate. McElvain will fire one from the outside. That'll go flying into the parking lot, hit a parked car over by the Coors Event Center here in Boulder. Wharton will take it from out of bounds. Wharton's got a goal this afternoon. So do 6 other Buffs, 7 goals, 7 players. That's a huge difference from last year. We're seeing the share of the wealth, as they say. Last year, you could count on guys like Riley Siddell and Jack Cranston to, just bury them. We saw a guy like Tyler Doherty also, but this year it's a lot different of a complexion without Siddell and Cranston. There's a lot of questions in the offseason. How are they going to replace them when we're seeing that Coach Galvin is using team offense? And not to say that last year wasn't team offense. Siddell and Cranston were both just pieces, but they are very powerful pieces.
Yeah, it just goes to show just how deep John Galvin's squad is here with Colorado, and that's just why they're the #1 team. Any given day, he can count on anyone to really get it going.
It'll be brought off into the offensive tab by Spencer Casanogue. It'll be sent away. Colorado on the defense today is playing lights out. Rowan Sloss with another great play. Erickson will send it over to Isaacson. Isaacson's got some speed. He'll come to Wise. Wise goes to the far side now to Doug Graves. Graves with 1:17 remaining in this half. Ryan Stoll trying to work out the defender Keenly. He does. Fires one. That one goes high above the net and bouncing again into the parking lot. That one almost struck a spectator.
Almost at the outhouse over there too, Joe.
There's an outhouse over there. I used it the other night.
So I used it today.
It's very nice.
Not so much.
Graves has got it. It's Chris Boland. Boland to Stoll. Stoll comes back to the near side. It'll be Justin Ruck. Ruck fires one. That one goes just wide of the short side. Had a good angle, though, as the defender lost his footing, Abel. Sean Abel having a tough time here. Looks like he's up a little bit limping here.
Yeah, he's not 100% right now.
Really good short stick interior defender for the Sonoma squad. Meanwhile, on the far side, it'll be sent up top. It'll be Chris Boland. Boland to Graves. Graves will knock down the defender. He'll come through some traffic. He'll fire a bounce shot and a save by Urbany. 30 seconds remaining. So now we're going to see if they can maybe convert late in the first half to cut this to a more reasonable deficit. Cameron Cruz will have it poked away from him, though. This Colorado Ride defense has been playing out of their minds. Very aggressive, and it's paying off. So now we'll get it back, though. It'll be Abel. He'll send it over to the far side. It'll be picked up by Swinford. Swinford's got 8 seconds. I don't think he knows it. Comes now behind to Bochessa. Bochessa looks to fire one. It's knocked down. Macara poked it away. It'll be loose. It'll be picked up by Graves, and that'll be the end of our first half of play. There is a buck down on the field.
Yeah, I can't quite make out who that is, Joe, but the medical staff is running out there right now. And he looks to be in a lot of pain right now.
He might have taken a shot to the midsection. We're going to step away here for a second, though, and when we come back, we're going to have Riley Siddell joining us. We're going to talk to Riley about what he's been up to and about the national championship run that Colorado had last year. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a few seconds with Riley, and we've got the second half coming in 10 minutes. All right, we're back in Boulder, Colorado. We're at halftime. Joe Paris now joined by national championship MVP Riley Siddell. 7-1 score after one half. Riley, first things first, what have you been up to since you graduated, since winning the national championship?
You know, I moved down to Denver, sticking in the Colorado area. You gotta love this state. Look at this day right now, 75 degrees and sunny. You're not gonna find that back in the Midwest. So it's good to be out here, living in Denver, working downtown there, and getting up here for lacrosse games.
And you're from Ohio originally, aren't you?
Yes, Toledo, Ohio. So I'm glad to be out here in Boulder, Colorado right now, that's for sure.
75-degree day in March. Do you ever see this? We have the dance squad behind us going on. I don't remember ever the dance team doing anything, but
they did. One year they did it. They did a little routine. But Calvin, if he ever caught us watching, it was a problem. So we weren't really able to. He was probably over there yelling at us or something.
Yeah. Coach Calvin he runs a no-nonsense ship, but that's what everyone loves about him.
As we all know. Hey, but it works, right?
Yeah, the process.
How are we doing?
Am I right?
The process has got us up today. We were looking great. It looks like a team that's reloaded, you know, after a heck of a season last year, obviously.
Let's talk about that national championship run. We had Mitch Fenton with us on Friday night in the booth, and we talked a little bit with Mitchie about that run. I mean, you're smiling now. It was just, it was magical. It really was.
Really, it was. It couldn't have gone out any better for all of us seniors. It was a great experience for everybody. It was everyone coming together at the right time, and really it came down to the process, the everyday that we had here, on this field practicing, 20-degree weather, snowing sideways, and that is what really ultimately got us, the championship. It was the process, it was the everyday work, and it really was. We played some awesome teams out there. Obviously, Arizona State. Wow, what a game! 1-point game. I'm thinking at the end of the game, like, well, there's no way. We're up 5 goals with 4 minutes left, and I'm like, we got this thing. And then, wow, lead's gone, and you're scrambling. But it was what a way to go out, and it was great to see Galvin get his first national championship as well. And it was an awesome ride. It was obviously my last game, my collegiate game, so it couldn't have been any better.
Remember, we were all joking about it, that he was smiling, and that was that was something new for him.
You don't get to catch that very often. I think I ran over to him and gave him a big hug. And, and I haven't seen him laugh or smile on a lacrosse field in my time. So that was pretty amazing.
Now, the last time I talked to you on a broadcast, I was interviewing after you had just won the MVP trophy, and you gave what inspired a lot of MCLA fans and players a great speech about the love of the game.
Yeah.
How did you come up with that on the spot?
It was one of those things. I'm thinking about it. You're giving me the interview. I'm kind of reflecting over my time here in Boulder, and reflecting over. I played Division I lacrosse at Air Force, and reflecting over my time with that, and then my whole career here, what the MCLA stood for me, and it was everyone on this field and everyone on our team. They truly love the game, and that's why you play in the MCLA. These guys are not here on full scholarships. They're not out here because their parents want them. They're out here because they love lacrosse, and it's extremely really inspiring when you go to practice every day with guys that truly want to be there, that are excited to be at practice, that are excited, like, you know, it was an amazing feeling. I was on cloud 9, and it was great to have all my family there, and it was like all my brothers. It was awesome.
I mean, it was really a great feel-good story for everyone. I mean, you guys had lost to Colorado State in the national championship the year before, and then you guys pushed through against the #1 team who was undefeated.
Yeah, you know, they got us here in Boulder during the regular season, and it was a hard-fought game, and we came out. I think after that, it motivated us. We had something to work for. We weren't the #1 team. We had something to prove, and we were able to knock off CSU during the year at Mile High, which was an amazing feeling. But it was great to see everything come full circle, because our 2 losses that year were to Michigan State and Arizona State, and they beat us at home on our field. And that, we don't like losing at Kittredge. This is our spot. So when we got to play them again in the tournament, that was awesome, because it was like the revenge tour 2014. You know, it was a great experience. It was they were a great team. Really, they were. They had a lot of great players, a great coach team, and it was a battle.
That was a fun game to watch.
Yeah.
Really, except for the slow start against Minnesota Duluth.
Right.
That first game was really it was a little scary up there, because we were broadcasting it into halftime. I think Duluth was up.
Yeah. It was a scary game. You know, they're great athletes on their team. A lot of good hockey players, a lot of scrappy players. They play an unconventional style of play, and so it was we had to get our heads on. We got screwed on tight, because they were hitting us. You know, they came right at us, and it was scary, because to see your senior season, you're going into the tournament, and your second half, you're in the fourth quarter, and you're up by a goal, and it can go either way. You're like, this can't happen. We gotta take care of business here. And honestly, end of the day, we did. And a win is a win in the tournament. If you win in the tournament, you take it. Doesn't matter what the score is. If a win is a win. And we came out the next game, and we were firing against Michigan State. So that was great to see, because we needed to come out with a little more momentum and a little more aggression. You know, kind of take our place.
The Michigan State game was pretty shocking. I mean, you guys stomped all over him. Even a guy like Joe Mickelson, who'd been tearing up the MCLA, you guys contained him.
Yeah, I mean, so they got us here. They got us here at Kittredge earlier in the year. They knocked us off, and so we were angry. We were angry going into that game, and we knew that they were a great team. We had to bring it, and it was another level. We set the tone with our tempo. We set the tone with our level of aggression. We set the tone. We were just right from the get-go. We were 0 to 100, I guess you could say, and it was awesome. It was awesome to see. That might have been the best we played, maybe besides the Arizona State game. We played all year, and it was they were mind blown, I think, a little bit, but it was a great game. That was definitely one of my favorite games I've ever played, for sure.
So guys like you, Jack Cranston, who I know is tuned in today from home, Tyler Doherty, Mitch Fedden have all moved on, but there's a lot of guys on this squad that are seniors this year that were big parts we're seeing today, like Mitch Erickson, Doug Grave, Jay Snell, of course Clark Salami. What's it like coming back and watching guys that you were playing with a year ago? I mean, you're just merciless.
Yeah.
You have to sit on the sideline.
Yeah, I know. My heart's pounding. I'm watching. I'm like, I'm pacing back and forth. I can't sit down. I'm like, I'm going crazy over here. And but honestly, the development I've seen is impeccable. I've watched some of the broadcasts, and even from last year to this year, some of the players like Jay Snell and Jay Scan, you know, and Johnny Clayton, some of those guys, and you also have your veteran guys, you know, Riley Colm coming in there, and they all have improved so much over the course of the year, and that's their work ethic, and that's also the process. That is the Galvin system. It's all about hard work. This is a blue collar team, and you can tell because all of these kids have gotten better, and it's honestly great to see, because these are guys that, you know, have done their time. Some of these guys have sat on the bench, and they've watched from the sideline, they've learned, and they've gotten a lot better, and they've stuck with it, and they continued every day to battle and practice and made us better, and now they're reaping the rewards, and they look great. I mean, up 7-1 against a Sonoma team that, you know, had knocked off CSU on Friday that's a pretty impressive number right now. So hopefully we can keep it up in the second half.
Time winding down towards the second half here with Riley Siddell, the MVP of the MTLA National Championship game. Wow, that really rolls off the tongue.
It's great. It never gets old. Never gets old. I had to wrap the T-shirt here today.
What did you do with that MVP stick?
Actually, my dad has a good buddy who got a glass case for it, a wood frame, the glass case. And so I got it hanging in my living room right now in the glass case. Yeah.
So
it's a cool
never
little.
Forget.
Yeah. Got to take care of that baby.
Well, Riley, thank you for joining us. Exciting to see you out here, and you're always welcome on the broadcast.
Yeah, man. Let's do it again.
Let's do it. Riley, it's been real. With Riley Siddell, I'm Joe Paris. We're going to step aside. When we come back, though, we're going to have the second half. Colorado leads 7-1. Riley, it's going to be a fun afternoon. Beautiful day in Boulder.
Yeah,
Don't go anywhere. Go Buffs. Thanks for doing that.
Welcome back to Kit Field. Joe Paris alongside Joey Prechtel. Thanks again, Riley Siddell, for joining us in the booth. Riley, a great guy. We're just talking with him off screen. Hopefully we're going to have him come up and do a game on color.
That'd be great, Joe.
The RMLC tournament will be in Boulder this year, so we're trying to see if a few of us see you guys. If you could jump on those broadcasts, that'd be a lot of fun. But Joey, second half starting to go. 7-1 in favor of Colorado. What are you looking for here in the second half?
Just looking for Colorado to keep it up. I don't want to see them take it off. Even though they have a six-goal lead. Lacrosse, as I said earlier, just a game of runs. Sonoma State is still very much in this game with how much time remaining. So I don't want to see Colorado take their foot off the pedal yet.
Make sure if you've got any comments on the game, send them in to me. Talk to Joe at Joe Paris. We love having the Twitter interaction during our broadcast. Makes it fun for everyone at home, all of us here.
Or talk to Joey.
Talk to the Joes.
The Joes.
But just underway here in the second half, 7-1. And Sonoma's a very powerful team. Colorado has contained them for a half, but they're not going anywhere. This is going to be a very exciting finish, I believe. I know that Colorado's a good team, but Sonoma, they're too good of a team to be kept down for an entire 60 minutes.
This could just be said of how much that CSU game really wore them out, Joe. That game was very close, back and forth. They won by 1 goal that was scored in the last minute of the game. So that game was very draining for the Seawolves.
Seawolves have got it off the draw. Swinford will send it over to Yamamoto. Yamamoto will send it across the formation. It'll come to Sando. Sando will send one, and a good save there by Makarov.
Is it time for the nickname?
The Maryland Mauler. The Maryland Mauler.
The Maryland Mauler.
Jedson Makarov. You know where that came from,
I know exactly where that came from.
Nicknamed the minor league hockey goaltender, we did the Moscow Mauler, so now it's the Maryland Mauler. Hashtag Maryland Mauler.
I like the alliteration.
We had Stone Cold Mitch Fenton last year. I guess it's just a thing. We have to nickname the CU goaltender. Riley Combs will bring it over. Combs comes around a screen from Erickson, gets some space, fires one, he scores! Riley Combs shooting right over Jack Becker, and Colorado will add to this lead. It's now 8-1. Riley with his first of the afternoon. And Colorado has, continued to play well. 8 different Buffs now with a goal.
Yeah, as I said earlier, Joe, it just really goes to show the depth and how many players they can count on game in and game out that Coach Galvin can count on. And just, not taking their foot off the pedal here as they scored not even 2 minutes into this third quarter of action, and they've already started to increase their lead.
So 13-17 remaining in our third quarter. Buffs are rolling. I mean, they are the #1 team in the country, and there's a reason why. Is a nice pickup by Zane O'Brien. Sonoma had the draw, but O'Brien jumped in that passing lane and grabbed it. So it's the freshman Connor Esqueda. Esqueda will send it to O'Brien, who's in the corner. O'Brien will work behind a Wise. Again, Joey, much different personnel than we saw on Friday night.
Yeah, it's very much different. I was running camera for that game. I wasn't paying as much attention to the personnel, but, you know, I'm not hearing these same names that I was hearing that game as I am this game.
It's Colin McElvaney who will trot on. McElvaney, who was one of 8 Buffs who scored in the first half. McElvaney trying to dodge around a defender. Keeping his position, though, is Cameron Cruz. So McElvaney will get rid of it. They'll come around the bend out of Riley Colm. Colm will come up top to McElvaney. He'll send one on net that'll go flying off into the night. Into the highway.
Got to watch out on.
You do.
US 36.
You're driving west out on 36. You got to be careful during a lax game. You never know what's going to happen. Working in the corner is Erickson. Correction, Wise. Wise will be picked up by the long pole. It's Revere. Revere will knock him down and the ball will come out. Urbany will come out to try and play it. A little bit of a breakdown there for Colorado.
Yeah, not quite sure what happened there. It was Wise that just kind of fell down. He wasn't tripped or anything. Just kind of fell down, lost possession of the ball, and then Sonoma being able to get that GB and get possession.
So it'll be the long pole Revere. Revere will run around Connor Esqueda. So he'll send it out to midfield. Defensive play, breakdown for Colorado, and it's going to be a goal there for Sonoma. They'll finally send one home. So it's 8-2 now in favor of Colorado.
That's one of the consequences, Joe, from the 10-man ride. We saw that happen. We saw that happen against FSU just once. So maybe now after that one time, Makarov will be a little bit more careful, be a little bit more aware when to get back in the net.
That 10-man rod, you pull out the goaltender to pick up an attackman to try and full court press, so to speak. The goal's going to go to number 19, Finn Brendan. Brendan Finn, rather. So Sonoma fighting back. 8-2 game, 11:39 remaining in our third quarter. And Sonoma will come up with the draw momentarily. Salami will hack at it. He'll try to send it over through a pile. He'll fall on top of it now. Ball gets poked up and out of the air, and Colorado will come out of the pile with it. Great ground ball battle. Connor Urban out there doing a great job. Zimboski, good play there. At the midline, it'll be hacked at forward, and Colorado will keep it again. It's Ben Wharton. Wharton to McCannon. McCannon looks up top now to Graves. Graves will be met by Becker. He'll come around Becker, trying to avoid the outstretched pull. Graves looking in front. Esqueda trying to move around the defender. He'll come around himself, runs into a pair of blue bodies. Ball comes free. Chasing after it for Colorado was Ben Wharton. Can't quite catch up to it, though, and it'll be the Seawolves that come the other way. With a little bit of speed is Keenley. Keenley will work it over the half-side marker to Merwin. Ian Merwin will send it over now to Bochessa. Brad Bochessa has been contained all afternoon, waiting to explode. Swinford comes behind the net. It'll be Tomita. Tomita to Bochessa. Ball will find its way to the top of the formation to Moynihan. Losing his footing, but sticking with it is Ashton Ward. Ward is one of 2 goal scorers here this afternoon. It's Bochessa. Bochessa will be picked up by Rowan Sloss. He'll flip it over the other way. It'll be Ward. Ward has it talked away from him. Pass, though, intended to clear. Makarov comes out of the net, and a good play there by Jensen Makarov. Makarov mauling to the forward there, forward. Tomita couldn't get a shot as Makarov decided to use the body instead of scamper back and make the save. Breaking the ball up, a great play there by the goaltender, Makarov.
I think that was a great time for that nickname.
There it is, he earned it, the Maryland Mauler. Hashtag that.
Get that trending.
On the World Wide Web. The interweb. Swinford will find Bochessa. Bochessa had a shooting lane, but it was closed up by Connor Irvin. Set to the top, it'll be Moynihan. Moynihan, backdoor, fires one, goes wide, and a kick save there by Makarov. The shot came flying off the stick of Koenig, but Makarov did a good job flashing the leg. Colorado will pick it up in the offensive end. It's Wharton. Wharton will send it on. It'll be Jay Snell. Snell will be picked up by the smaller defender, Lopez. Snell will work off. You'll see a screen from Graves, and he'll trick it far side. Ball will drop down. It's Blake Irwin. Irwin dodges around a man. Looks up top. Snell fires one. That one goes wide. It'll be Hart-Wise, though, who will back that one up. He looks to Escada. Escada will send it around the clock. It's Ryan Stoll. Stoll and the defender Lopez will do battle. Stoll comes around a man, fires one that goes just outside. It'll be Hart-Wise. Wise will send it around, comes again now to Stoll. Stoll comes up top. It'll be Doug Graves. Graves will fire one. That one goes outside wide. Deflected off of a bunch of things. This one should stick with Colorado, though. Ryan Stoll will casually trill towards the sideline. He'll pick it up, and we're back in play. It's Jay Snell. 8:20 remaining in the third. Stoll. Graves fires one, and a save there by Urbany. And Urbany will be chased down by Escada. He'll get rid of it. The 10-man rod again for Colorado will be thrown away by Sonoma. The Seawolves having an awful time with this rod this afternoon.
Yeah, they just cannot clear it, and that's, you know, the whole point of the 10-man rod is to give them a hard time, and it's been really productive today. It wasn't as productive against FSU, but today it is just really shining through.
Colorado will have some new bodies come onto the field. It's mishandled, though, by Davis Barker, who is just coming on, and that'll be a turnover. So a little bit of a careless play. Took his eye off the ball just for a second. It'll be sent over to the near half. Clark Salami will trot off. We're going to see a flag be tossed out of the air. So it looks like we're going to have a man-up opportunity after this possession for the Seawolves. So they've got a free possession to try something, and a wild shot from Yamamoto will go about 15 feet over the net. That one almost flying into the parking lot.
That shot went way over.
I was just stung by a bee. Ow.
Were you really?
Yes.
That just happened?
That just happened.
You were
Ow.
stung?
Oh.
Yeah, I've never been stung by a bee.
Ow, that didn't feel good. I'm not allergic, so don't worry at home. Ow.
Wow.
Right on the leg.
Is that a first time for a broadcast?
Oh.
What'd you do to the bee, Joe?
I didn't do anything. Oh, that didn't feel good.
Can you make it through it?
Yeah, I'll be okay.
Okay.
Ball will come behind the net now to Swinford. Swinford will go to the far side of Bochessa. Owie. Koenig to the near side of Sando. Sando will send it in behind the net to Swinford. Bochessa, he'll move it.
I mean, at least that bee is dead now.
Is it? Is that how that works?
Yeah, when they sting, they like
there he is.
lose them, and they die after
Hey,
they
we
sting
dropped right
someone.
down. Learn something new every day. Sando up top. On the man advantage is the Seawolves. Shot goes far side. Sando couldn't quite sneak it inside that pole. And a great play by Colorado. Zach Dawes to back up that play. So they kill off another man down situation. They've been hot this year on those. Isaacson send it around the bend. It'll be an ambitious pass that is mishandled. That'll be pushed now. McElvain will try to chase it down. Isaacson's there, so is Clayton. Clayton will scoop it up. He looks to go back door. What a play. Shoots, he scores. Hart-Wise. An immaculate catch and a quick stick to match.
Oh.
6:45 remaining in the third. That'll put Colorado on top 9-2.
I mean, Joe, that was an incredible catch by Hart-Wise on the pass from John Clayton. I credit him for the assist, but that was really all Hart-Wise with the full extension of his body and his stick to catch that pass as high up as could go. I mean, he literally threw it, Clayton threw it to where only Hart-Wise could get it, and then finishing the play to get the goal and increase Colorado's lead to 7. I mean, truly remarkable we just witnessed.
9 different Buffs scoring this afternoon. It's 9-2. Salami will win the draw. He'll send it over to Clayton. The Buffs are rolling. They seem to be in 10th gear right now. Is that the top gear? Maybe. I know there's some trucks that have 12 gears. Hart-Wise tries to put it in. He gets another one. He scores! And the stick of the goaltender, Urbany, breaks.
I think he broke it, actually.
And we're going to get a flag on the play, but Wise with another good goal. He came in close.
I mean, Urbany getting very frustrated here. The defense for the Seawolves has been breaking down, giving Colorado those good scoring opportunities, not the open scoring lanes and the open passing lanes as well. As we see now, the lead, jumps up from 9-2 to 10-2, 8-point lead for Colorado. Definitely not how the Seawolves wanted to play the #1 team in the country, Joe.
So we have a break in the action. We're going to get a timeout.
Do we have any tweets?
We do, but real quickly, let's thank our sponsor, Encore Brand Lacrosse. Encore Brand's got all of your lacrosse apparel, lifestyle apparel as well. They also do lots of cool things in the communities. They travel internationally to do service trips that tie in service trips with lacrosse. Really cool things. So check them out online. Encore Brand Lacrosse. Remember, action is character. Our friend John Christmas, he's the El Presidente over at Encore. Really cool guy. We met him down at the MCLA tournament, and we're proud to have him on board with CU Men's Lacrosse this year. Also, make sure to always check out TLN, the Lacrosse Network. We're partnered up with them. We've got a great program this year, Buffs All Access. We had 5 episodes from the fall. We've got some new ones coming out for you guys here in the spring. And, TLN, they've got all the great lacrosse action from all levels, NCAA, Pro, MLL, NLL. Got a lot of cool stuff with Kyle Harrison. Make sure you check out Kyle and Colin, our friend Kyle Rosenblum, who is a former Buff. He spent some time out with Harrison, and they had a really cool video series there. And, of course, our friend Paul Rabel. Paul, one of the greatest lacrosse players of all time. He mixed in with TLN. Really cool guy to meet during the World Games. So, yeah, check out all that stuff on YouTube/TLN. Should we check some tweets?
I just did. I didn't have any.
I've got 13.
I have none. They just want to talk to Joe.
All right. We're seeing Joe Paris. It was a Noma Bee. We're coming. Yeah, they're coming with me. Matt Hines says, longest interview ever, referring to Riley Siddell. You know what? Riley can have as much time as he wants. He's the best.
It was a Joe Paris exclusive.
He is. Zach's brother Shane coming in from Sidney Greenstein, number 41 goalie for the Irish. Big win over UVA yesterday. Go 41s. And a goal for Colorado. Ryan Stoll will send that one home as Colorado's starting to pile it on.
Let's go, Gordon.
Yeah, this is not the matchup that, neither you or I, Joe, kind of expected. Colorado hung on to beat FSU just by 2 goals. And, we heard when we were watching the Grand Canyon game yesterday when they faced off against Texas, the commentators mentioned that how Colorado struggled to really put the game away and come away with the victory. But now here, if there are any doubts in this Colorado squad and Coach Galvin, I think they're going to be gone today with really beating a Sonoma State squad that's as good as they are, as bad as they are beating them today.
Got some more tweets coming in from Sidney Greenstreet. New Jersey, New York, watching Big 41. Zach Dosco Buffs. She mentioned Notre Dame beat UVA yesterday. Yeah, the Irish, big win. NCAA lacrosse looking really good this year. DU down in Denver, top team of the nation. Bochesta will come around the bend. His shot on net will actually deflect off the backside of the defenseman, Jordan Shaparski.
And Joe, with under 6 minutes remaining here in the third quarter, Sonoma State really has to turn on the Jets and start scoring against this Colorado defense. It's really stifled them all game long.
And another big goaltending play by Makarov. Makarov is lights out tonight. He's only got 2 goals against this afternoon. And Joey and I, we were looking at goaltending stats yesterday from across the league, and Makarov's save percentage is going to go way up after this afternoon. We're going to get a whistle on the play, and we're going to get a timeout from Colorado with 5:16 remaining here in the third. Or we're not, we're going to get a push. Okay, on Colorado. So it'll be Sonoma ball. Oh, it's going to be offsides on Colorado. Okay, it's hard for me to see from across the field. It'll be Bochesta. Bochesta fires one, another save by Makarov, going 5-hole. Jensen Makarov is feeling it this afternoon. The Seawolves right now are puzzled. They cannot figure out Jensen Makarov. Colorado will contend, and it's Chris Bolin. Bolin working on the defender, Lopez. Comes up top now to Clayton. Clayton comes behind now to Hart Wise. Wise drops it down. The long pole, Revere comes over to try and break it up, but Wise does a good job to keep it on. Wild passes. Snatched out of the air at the last second by Davis Barker. Davis one of 10 Buffs to score a goal here this afternoon. He'll be picked up on defense by Keenley. Working off in behind now. It's Justin Ruck. Ruck wants a goal. He comes around, fires one, and he scores. It's Justin Ruck who will add to the total for Colorado.
You know, and now it's Jackson, don't know if I'm going to pronounce this last name right, Fialo. Jackson Fialo in net for the Sonoma State Seawolves, and it kind of looked like he just wasn't even really expecting the shot there. He didn't look like he was really focused in, and you know, ball went right past him for the goal. Not quite sure what he was thinking about, but it didn't seem to me that he was really focused 100% yet on the game.
Urbany has been pulled for the Seawolves, so the backup, Jackson Fialo, he's really not a backup. They split time, but Fialo will come in, but he doesn't have much better luck as Colorado will bring it into the near half. It's Simbowski. Simbowski sends it from behind to Wise. Wise comes to the far side now to Johnny Clayton. Clayton's been quiet this afternoon. He's been a good distributor. He's only got one goal. You know he wants more than that. McCannon, he'll send it into the crease for Justin Ruck. Ruck will scoop it up and send it around the bend. Colorado absolutely dominating the time of possession here this afternoon. We don't have the number on it, but I can tell you it's not close. Chris Lefebvre sends it up top. McCannon will trot around the defender. Comes behind the X in front, looking for a quick hit for Wise. Couldn't grab it, so it'll be the goaltender Fialo who will pick it up. Colorado, a aggressive ride even here with a 10-goal lead.
Yeah, they never seem to let up, Joe.
Galvin runs his system no matter what the score. If they were down 10 or up 10, he'd be running similar things. A break up on the clear. Collection of bodies go down in front of the crease. Seawolves will collect it in the corner. It's Max Evans. Evans will send it up top now to Cameron Cruz. Cruz will run into the defender, Blake Irwin. It'll be set up now to the near side. It's Swinford. Swinford, he'll run into trouble when he finds Penn Lukens. Penn out there, the long pole. Ward sends it right in front of the buff bench. 2:38 remaining in our third. Colorado has kicked it into high gear in this third. They looked good in that first half, but Joey, they are really laying it on now. The Seawolves look tired.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what I really wanted to see from this Colorado squad coming into the second half. You know, they had a 6-goal lead going into this second half, and you know, they haven't let off. They've just increased their lead. They've been relentless on offense.
Another shot bounces wide. Swinford will back it up, and he'll keep it for the Seawolves with 2:13 remaining in our third quarter. Mass substitution for both teams. Personnel will jump on for the Seawolves.
That definitely shows that Colorado's really tiring out the Seawolves squad with that mass substitution right there.
It's tough playing back-to-back games at altitude.
I was about to say, with the elevation, can't be easy.
Boulder is elevation-wise a little bit higher than Fort Collins. It'll be sent around the circle, though. Bochessa wants one. He'll fire one. It was a high-velocity shot that was a few feet above the crossbar. You've seen the Seawolves this afternoon using a lot of high-to-high shots. Bochessa will try to bounce that one. Appropriately changing pace as I mentioned it. Isaacson will pick up the GB, though. He'll find the goaltender, Makarov. Makarov will go to the far side. It'll be picked up by Zach Dawes. Dawes will look to advance it up into the offensive half. Colm, who just comes on, grabs it. He's looking at Isaacson. He's going to run all the way. Riley Colm will blast past the defender, Keenly. He'll slow up, though, in the corner. Colm will take a deliberate pace. He's looking at Esqueda. Esqueda's looking to come around for a screen or a go. Instead, Colm will stick with it. He's got a man cutting in front. Instead, he'll come to the outside. McElvaney will set it behind. Esqueda can't quite keep it in the net. And it'll be brought the other way now by the Seawolves. It's Brian Crosser. Crosser will send it into the near half to Swinford. Swinford's got some speed. He's also got 2 buffs on him. He'll run around all of them, tries to dodge, hits the deck, bounces right back up. Miller will hold. Far side. Keenly. Bochessa back to Keenly. Keenly will be picked up by the defender. Salami made him defer that pass. Yamamoto will streak on. He'll be picked up by Erickson. Yamamoto will send it in behind. He'll be running around the clock with 40 seconds remaining. Bochessa from X will draw Tough defense by Sloss again. Sloss has been bothering him all afternoon. Sloppy pass almost goes over the line, but Hong is waiting there for it. Justin Hong will come around O'Brien. O'Brien does a good job to make him give it up. Keenly sent down. Big GB battle. Sonoma needs this one, and they'll get it. 15 seconds remaining. They got to get a shot on net. Ochesa's got it. Ochesa will work around Sloss. He'll fire one, and again, that one's high. And that'll go out of bounds. And it will be Colorado ball, as Makarov does a great job coming out of the crease to back that one up.
Yeah, Makarov, great awareness there to realize that, you know, he can be the first one there and get Colorado the last possession.
It'll be a long field pass as time winding down. It'll be knocked out of the air by the Seawolves and sent into the corner. And that'll be the end of our third quarter.
And Joe, it's interesting to me late in that third quarter that Sonoma has not switched to the same 10-man ride that Colorado's done throughout this game. You know, you figure you're down by 10 goals with just now 1 quarter remaining to try to come back in this game. You know, it's a huge deficit, a lot asking from your team to really chip into a 10-goal lead with just 15 minutes remaining. So I'm going to look for them to really get aggressive on the ride and start that 10-man ride to maybe force a couple of turnovers, get them more possessions and more scoring opportunities to come with those.
Joey Prechtel, Joe Paris here with you on your beautiful Sunday afternoon if you're in Colorado.
Yeah, I'm sure it's beautiful in Southern California as well.
Thank you to our whole crew out here today. Lisa Bukafuska, who's been running camera. She's doing a great job. Lisa, her first lacrosse game. Lisa, have you seen a lacrosse game before today? She YouTubed a lacrosse game. We even had people check it out safe. Lisa's going to get a high five off screen. Let's go. Derek Michelson running graphics. I know Derek's been slaying that all afternoon.
Oh, there you go. Look at that camera turn.
Look at that camera turn. Look at that. He's hiding under the
Derek,
umbrella.
Show your face.
Show that mug.
There you go.
He's still got the eye black from his game
Look
this
at that
morning.
military jersey.
The camo.
It's great.
That's pretty cool.
Doing a great job on graphics.
Make sure to join us next weekend. Big games for Colorado. They'll play Chapman and GCU, both top teams in the country. It's going to be a fun matchup next week. Actually, we're going to have we'll have a Saturday and a Monday matchup.
Yep.
1 o'clock games, but a lot of fun. Keep on tweeting in. We're reading all your tweets. We'll get to a lot of them here in this fourth.
I'm still waiting for my first one.
No, it's all right, dude. I'll screen your tweets for you.
I want one.
Back to the action on the field. 15 minutes remaining in this one. It's 12-2 in favor of Colorado. They have really turned it up this afternoon. The offense is rolling. And Joey, they don't seem to let up at all. I mean, you like to see that. Yard sale on the face-off dot. Man losing his stick. Clayton looking to dodge around a few defenders, loses it, still loose. Clayton had the ball trapped under his stick momentarily. It'd be poked out. Colorado, though, will look like they want to wrap it. Interference called, push on there, so it'll be Sonoma who will work it off. They've got to find something going. Revere will take it. The long pole will now trot off. Tomita. Ochesa, who is the big scorer, can't quite corral that pass. And Joey, Colorado is, I mean, they're looking the best they've looked all year, I think, tonight.
Yeah, they really have. And, you know, as I mentioned earlier, they were struggled against FSU, allowing those 15 goals. A lot of shots on goal, too, as Makarov had still 18 saves.
And a good save by the goaltender using his back as Fialo. He didn't even see that one coming on the aggressive ride. Trying to beat the goaltender was Max King. And Grant McCannon will work through some traffic and send that one home. It is 13-3. Sorry, 13-2. There we go. McCannon will join the score column. The Buffs have now had 12 different guys score this afternoon. You really can't ask for a more balanced offensive attack.
You can't. It's well-rounded. You know, they've been astounding on defense today, holding Sonoma State to just 2 goals. One of those because of the aggressive 10-man ride as Makarov was found out of his net, you know, covering an attacker. Just truly remarkable all-around performance for Colorado today against a very talented Sonoma State squad.
They seem to be running out of gas here as Coach Galvin is still aggressively pacing the sidelines, yelling onto the field what he wants to see. Ball will come out of the face-off circle, but Colorado will come up with it. You guessed it. It's Clark Salami with his long pole. Yesterday, Joey and I were talking about, you know, the strategy of having your LSM take face-offs, and you don't see it all too often, but you see with Salami, if you got a guy that can handle that long pole, he becomes an ultimate weapon. And a huge check. Isaacson got leveled, and that's going to draw flags. Excuse me, that isn't Isaacson, that's Blake Irwin.
Irwin got hammered, but his teammates will give him a round of applause for hopping right back up.
Let's see what the call is.
I want to mention, though, there is a nice contingency of Sonoma State Seawolves fans here this afternoon. There's probably about 25, 30 of them.
Yeah, they seem to travel pretty well.
They've traveled very well.
Even the Florida State parents came out.
Yeah, I think there was a little bit more from the Sonoma State fans here this afternoon, but yeah, I mean, all these teams in the MCLA do a really good job traveling. So 13:26 remains in the fourth. It's going to be man up for Colorado. The man in the box is Cameron Revere. I think Revere has a 1-minute head contact, unreleasable penalty is what I'm seeing from this side. Got that one right. So Colorado will have an extended man-up opportunity. They can score as many times on this man-up as they want. Erickson, shot from the outside is a goal. Top shelf is McElvaney. Colin McElvaney with a quick feed from Erickson goes bar down.
And you know, with this man-down opportunity for Sonoma State, just really not what you want if you're Sonoma State. You know, you're already down by 11 goals. Now that has been increased to 12 goals because of this man-down opportunity, and it's not going to get any easier from here on out with 13-14 remaining in the fourth quarter, Joe.
Colorado will still have some time on the man up. Revere is still over in the bin. Seawolves will control the face-off back, but the ball is immediately knocked free again. That's been the story all afternoon, that if Colorado, even if they don't win that draw back cleanly, they did a good job to get that GB battle. The Seawolves will get this one, though, as they are a man down. A long clear. Great throw from Fialo. They'll be sending to the near half to Scaramella, as we're going to get a flag there. Zane Larson, a little bit of an extra hit on Scaramella. And he'll draw a penalty there. I think Zane Larson is going to go off for 30 seconds, so man down for Colorado.
Team, they don't need your help.
12:51 remaining in the fourth quarter. Beautiful day in Boulder, Colorado. Joe Paris alongside Joey Prechtel here. Make sure again to join us next week. Chapman and GCU coming into town. Joey and I were watching GCU in Texas yesterday, and well, the Lopes really took it to the Longhorns.
Yeah, beat them by a score of 17-2.
And we're treading towards that territory here this afternoon.
We are, but against a much more talented squad, Sonoma State is over the University of Texas.
And Texas's programs are getting better, but the top 25 teams are good. And you see, I mean, they are deadly when they play these teams that are still trying to figure it out. Sent around the bend, a shot on net is deflected. Tomita sent it. It hit the defender for Colorado in the body. That never feels good. He's down. Jacqueline's going to run onto the field, the athletic trainer for Colorado.
That's going to be Zach Doss down.
Doss looks to be okay, yeah.
Walking on his own power, so probably just got the wind knocked out of him.
Hey, go Z!
Yeah, Joey, you've never been hit with a lacrosse ball. We should shoot one at you just so you know how it feels.
No, I'm okay. No, I've never been hit by a hockey puck. I've never been stung by a bee.
My leg looks, it's a little red, but it's okay.
You've lived a pretty fortunate life, Joe.
12-12 remaining in the fourth quarter. 14-2 our score. Colorado on top.
You know, Joe, the worst pain I've ever felt is torn meniscus in my right knee.
Owie.
Yeah.
When'd you do that?
It was like 3 years ago now.
I did the MCL playing backyard baseball with my 9-year-old brother, so that was the worst injury I've ever had.
Ooh.
Didn't feel good.
Did you say backyard baseball?
Yeah, we're playing in the backyard. But Chester will send one high.
How did you tear your MCL playing baseball?
It was wet.
Okay.
I slipped. I wasn't wearing cleats in the backyard. But Chester will ring up another one. That one is also gone. Ken Lucan's doing a good job there getting the face of the shooter so he doesn't have a clean lane.
Yeah, and we've seen that from the Colorado defense all day long.
But Chester wants it again, and it'll be underhand and an easy save by Maccaro. The Maryland Mauler having a great game this afternoon. Poked up straight in the air, knocked down.
GB battle here in the Colorado offensive half will be won again by the Seawolves. That's a big win for them. It's Brian Crosser. The Crosser will lose it out of bounds, so it'll come back to Colorado. Relentless attack from the Buffs all afternoon.
Yeah, that's what we see. We see Sonoma State winning some of those ground ball battles, but then Colorado forcing a turnover immediately after.
Matt Mill sends one across. The shot on net goes wide. The goaltender Fialo for the Seawolves a little bit shorter than Urbany, so the Buffs got a little bit more real estate to shoot up high.
Makarov's a pretty short goalie as well, Joe.
So Makarov's 5'7", 5'8", I think. Turning and shooting.
That sounded like it hit the post.
I think it actually hit a helmet. Justin Ruck couldn't convince the ball to go home.
It hit something.
10-man ride, though, for Colorado again. Casanoge gets it right to midfield to Cruz. Cruz goes down and comes out of bounds. It'll be Colorado ball. Cruz will try to push it. Milne will get pushed down. The referee's going to blow his whistle. And we're going to get a hold, I believe, on the Seawolves. 10:53 remaining in the fourth. Oh, we got a chair for Derek. Good.
And poor Derek, he was sitting on his knees this entire game.
Derek was squatting the whole game at the computer monitor.
After playing a lacrosse game, too.
Derek, did you guys win this morning? Who'd you guys play? Who'd you guys play? So they beat Thomas Jefferson this morning, the Denver military team. Colorado man up, though. Graves comes down low. Sees a return pass. He'll go to Erickson. 10:36 remaining in the fourth. McElvaney. Backdoor to Riley Cohn, who's wide open, and he scores. Riley Cohn, unguarded. The rocket home. That'll be Riley's second tally of the afternoon.
Yeah, Cameron Revere way out of position. Left him all alone. Not quite sure what he was doing there. You know, already being down by 13 points. Now being down, or being down by 12 points before this. Now being down by 13. And Cameron Revere just had a mind blank and was out of position on that goal.
And we are going to get a goaltending change for Colorado. Nick Lowry is going to come in now. Makarov through 3 quarters and 2 minutes, a 2-goal performance. So it'll now be Nick Lowry. Will come to the net, the sophomore goaltender. He'll get his shot here at Kit Field. Sonoma's got it. Seawolves will try to see if they can at least try to cut into this lead for the sake of the rankings. We'll get a whistle. And I believe behind the play there might have been a push or something, but it's going to be a turnover. It'll be Colorado ball.
Green light, buddy.
Here comes Irwin. Irwin will go around Bosley. Fans chanting for Irwin to take it all the way. He's a fan favorite here in Boulder. Irwin's going to take some speed. He's going to go right after it. He's going to go back door, though. Pass is mishandled by Max King. And it'll stick now with the Sonoma Seawolves. Lowry doesn't get a shot. It's going to be nice.
Yeah, first game action of the season for him. Great for Coach Calvin to get him on the field, get him some experience.
Yeah, Nick Lowry is in for Colorado. Terry Alford is sending in a tweet. Terry says, Buffs look bigger, stronger, faster than Sonoma State. Hashtag MCLA, hashtag Encore. A goal, though, for the Seawolves. This one come from Michael Tomita. So 15-3 now is our score. Lowry getting beat on his first shot, having a conversation with the defenders about rotation, I believe.
Yeah, he was kind of left all alone there on an island. Really no defense they weren't being as aggressive as they were with Makarov in the net, and maybe just, with under 10 minutes remaining, having a 13-point lead, happened to take a possession off. It's not unheard of, but definitely got their minds back in the game now. Even though there's 9 minutes remaining, Joe, I still think Sonoma State's not completely out of this game.
Maybe.
They're a talented squad.
You could play. Yeah, they're a very talented squad. They've got to be. I mean, they look exhausted out there right now. They were very frustrated there in the first, and now seem to kind of run out of gas. I mean, honestly, this is the toughest road trip in the MCLA.
Yeah, I was just about to say that, Joe. It's not easy playing 2 top 5 MCLA squads in elevation. Just coming to Colorado State, whichever one you face first, with FSU playing Colorado State today. Not an easy road trip whatsoever.
Maybe we'll get a score update from that game here in the next few minutes. We'll try and look into that. Joey will look into that for us. Meanwhile, though, it is the Seawolves. Colorado doing a good job. They've got 2 monumental games next week as a shot comes around the bend. It gets saved by Lowry. Next week, though, Chapman and GCU. Those are 2 very powerful teams. Chapman, a Final Four team last year. GCU had the injury troubles a year ago, but the returning Carson Barton, GCU Lopes are looking very powerful. They're a dark horse pick for the national championship. In some circles, they are the favorite. Shot on net is off the bar. Trying to bounce it home with Simbowski. And this will come out of bounds. So Sonoma will get the ball back. 8:13 remaining in the fourth. 15-3 game in favor of Colorado here at home. A beautiful Sunday afternoon from Kent Field. There's a lot of excitement around Colorado lacrosse here again. Winning the national championship last year really brought even more attention to this program. Ochesa to Tomita. Send it around. Yamamoto. Misplayed by Keenley. Keenley, though, will start up again. He'll come 0-60 in. Fires one in a save by Lowry. Play that one off the shaft. It'll be scooped off the ground by Chris Lefebvre. And Lefebvre now is going to bring it into the near half. Lefebvre's got some speed. He's got a winger on the left side and Jack Polk if he wants him. Here's Polk now. Polk will fire one, and oh boy, that one was way over the restraining net. That'll go into US Highway 36. This one heading east.
You better watch out if you're trying to head to Denver.
I don't think anyone's trying to leave Boulder today, though. It's too beautiful. Jack Polk will send it back to Lefebvre. Lefebvre's going to try to work around a man. Instead of going for a dodge, he'll run right into the guy. It's Hong, though, who will stop him up and create the turnover. 7:05 remaining in the fourth. 15-3 lacrosse game.
Stay long, Polk, stay long.
And Joey, at this point, with Colorado clicking on all cylinders, it's very exciting to see what's going to happen next weekend, because Chapman and GCU, I mean, those were 2 games that we both had circled on our preseason schedule. I mean, the big one was ASU down in the Coaches versus Cancer tournament, but with that now past us, these are the 2 monumental games of the year. Of course, CSU always fun. This year, the game won't be played at Mile High, as the pass intended for Polk will be thrown away. From what we've been told, CSU is elected to play up at Hughes Field in Fort Collins. So we're going to see if we can get a broadcast for that one. But either way, the RMLC tournament will be here in Boulder, and there will be streamed broadcasts of that by Montana Sports Network. So stay tuned for that. It's the first time we've had it here on the campus.
Yeah, last year was in Grand Junction, I believe.
At Mesa. Got a few buddies that play on the Mesa lacrosse team.
I have a few buddies that go to Mesa.
They're NCAA as well. Right over the center line. Davis Barker. Coach Galvin emptying the bench a little bit more now. Buchanan.
Number 7, your chin strap is undone.
He'll work around number 7, who's getting some love from the crowd. Yamamoto's chin strap is done.
Let's go, Matt Mills.
Matt Mill comes over. He'll fire one that almost hits his teammate, Cooper Perkins. Cooper, a sophomore who getting some playing time here this afternoon. A good attackman. Excited to see him in the future. And he's in. Oh, and he can't quite sneak it through. Perkins got robbed on the doorstep by the goaltender, Fialo. Joey, it is exciting seeing some different faces out there today. Really who the future of this program is going to be. I remember last year we'd see guys like Jay Scan and Riley Coleman in the field at this time, and it was very exciting to watch him play. Jackson Marlowe delivering the lumber down on Christian Bosley. That'll draw a whistle, and it'll be Sonoma ball. It's Bosley. Bosley, one of the taller players out there on the field today. He'll run into some contact there. Matt Milne will work him over. Bosley fires one, and it goes wide to the near side. It will go out of bounds. It'll be backstopped, though, by Daniel Avery. Avery will send it over. It'll be picked up by Max Evans. Ward on the defense is Adam Lee. Cooper Urbany sends it to the near side. It's Connor Chenault. Chenault will go back to Urbany. It's now Finn. Worked around. We're seeing Sonoma now working out their set offense. I mean, there is still live action going on here. It's a good time for you to try your systems and get it going.
Yeah, maybe just, you know, try something new, try something out that you haven't really had as much practice time for. Good opportunity to get it done against, you know, a goaltender who hasn't seen really any playing action until today.
And Sonoma's got some tough games coming up. Cal Poly, it's going to be a very good one. I mean, the race in this conference is going to go down to the wire. Some very talented teams. Out west.
Load his head!
Finn. Shot on net is a save by Lowry. Lowry looking good here. The first one got by him from that point. He's looked good. The goaltending core this year is looking solid. Only 2 goaltenders on this year's roster. It's the first time in a long time that Colorado doesn't have 3 or 4. And the question replacing Cranston and Seidel, who's going to replace Mitch Fenton? Well, Jensen Makarov having a great game here this afternoon. Really indicative of his play all year round. And Nick Lowry, he's a bright young goaltender as well. Both guys are underclassmen. Lowry is sophomore, Makarov a freshman. Exciting for Colorado. Evans brings it in, tries to set it in front. It will be a save by Lowry on the doorstep. Chenault was stopped. Referee's going to throw a flag down, though. This will come against Colorado with 3:31 remaining in our fourth quarter. 15-3 game on Sunday afternoon. Beautiful Kittredge Field. This is basically a brand new field. It was created last year. It really is beautiful every afternoon.
Yeah, I mean, you know, great job. I mean, you guys mentioned how on Friday night, great job for the facilities crew to really clear it out and get all, because, you know, Boulder got dumped on by snow during the entire month of February, and it was just so much of it.
Working on a grounds crew in Boulder's a tough job as the shot is bounced home off the bar. To Gunnar Keenley, who will set it in for Sonoma. That'll make it 15-4 with 3:24 remaining in our contest.
Here we go, Tommy!
But Kittredge Field is a beautiful place. A lot of kids come out here to play intramural sports, play a lot of frisbee. People like to bring their dogs out here to hang out.
And our women's D1 lacrosse team plays here.
Of course they do. If they're not playing at Folsom, they play here.
And they're playing Tuesday,
St. Patrick's Day.
3 o'clock.
I think they're playing Vermont?
New Hampshire.
New Hampshire? They're playing New Hampshire. So come on down, 3 o'clock on Tuesday. I'll be here. Joey will be here. Great
I will be here.
NCAA action between the Buffs, who they've had a decent year so far. Second-year program. They're building in the right way. Head coach for that program is Ann Elliott. She's part of that Elliott sisters dynasty. Ann Elliott, when she was in college, was a national champion herself and an MVP
at Northwestern. I mean, really remarkable player, remarkable coach coming to CU. She was an assistant coach at Northwestern for a little bit as well, and then left her alma mater, you know, to really have this opportunity to lead this D1 program, you know, because it just became D1 for the first time just last season, Joe. It was, you know, last year, their inaugural season as a D1 program, going 9-8, respectable in the Pacific Coast Sports Federation, if I'm not mistaken.
That is it. You got it. Because they're not in the Pac-12. They're in the Pacific Sports Federation as Colorado will lay down some lumber here. 2:45 to go in the fourth. But Coach Elliott, I mean, she's so knowledgeable on all levels of lacrosse. Yeah, she's a women's lacrosse coach, but boy, she knows her game.
Yeah, I really don't think CU could have gotten anyone better to lead this program.
Jackson Marlowe will bring it all the way down. He'll try to bounce one home. He'll be tackled from behind by Cam Cruz. Cooper Perkins will back it up, though, so Colorado will remain. Jackson Marlowe getting some love from the fans. The long poles always love trying to get into that offensive half. If you see a long pole ever score, it's always a fantastic celebration to follow. Jack Polk will take it. He'll shoot it in behind now to Cooper Perkins. Perkins will be chased down. Ryan Crosser will need him there, but stick with Colorado. It'll be passed off to the near side to A.J. Kalasi. Kalasi looks to the net, fires one. A good save by Fialo. He'll bounce all the way out of bounds, so this one will come with the Sonoma Seawolves as they will hang on to the possession.
Really ambitious play by A.J. Kalazi. He's going to draw a penalty on that one with the two-handed tomahawk. So a free possession now for the Seawolves. See if they can get anything going.
Kalazi playing very aggressive there, closing in, trying to get that goal, and then as it was going out of bounds, trying to beat the Sonoma State player, Cameron Revere, to the loose ball so that Colorado could maintain possession. Then when he wasn't able to, yeah, Joe, the perfect word to describe it, the tomahawk. Not quite sure what he was trying to accomplish there, though.
Send in your tweets to Joe Parrish right now to nominate your 3 stars of the game. I've got a few in mind, but fan votes always count, so send it at Joe Parrish for your encore player of the game. We will announce that immediately following tonight's contest. And, Joey, there's a bunch of guys you give it to. I know who my vote's going to, but I'll keep that quiet. Minute 24 remaining in the fourth. 15-4 is our score. Sonoma on the man up. Kalazi in the box after the tomahawk. It'll be misplayed out to the mid-line. It'll be offsides on Sonoma.
Stop cheating!
A really good play by Perkins for Colorado to really goad the defender into going over that center line. Irwin's got it.
Keep scoring!
Irwin on Keenly. He'll run right around him. A minute remaining in the fourth quarter. Colorado up big time here. Irwin will come around. Good save by Fiala. We're going to get a flag on the play.
And the ref's seen very flag happy today, Joe. Not like Friday night. We didn't see a whole lot of flags Friday night, but...
Oh, we've seen at least double or triple the amount of penalties this afternoon than we saw Friday. Maybe a different officiating crew. Who knows? Colorado will maintain possession, though. 52.0 seconds remaining. GCU will be here next Saturday. 1 p.m. is that game. Come on down to Kit Field. I know it will be spring break for the University of Colorado. So if you're in town, come to the game. 1 p.m. start on Saturday. And on Monday, we'll have a matinee special Monday afternoon against Chapman University. Both games will be live streamed at this link. I know that in the title of this link on the Facebook page, it said Florida State. Don't worry about that. This is the correct link you're watching, obviously. We'll have both broadcasts for you next week with graphics. Coming through some traffic, it'll be poke 3-2 for Fialo. 36 seconds remaining. Again, send in those tweets. Player of the game. The encore player of the game.
Oh, there you go. I like that tag there.
Miller will throw it out towards the half. There'll be a flag here. The officials are trying to keep this game contained.
Yeah, look back. Hit the wall.
I don't know. I'm not quite sure what the point of that flag was, Joe. Just 24 seconds remaining. Game's out of reach now for Sonoma State Seawolves.
Well, it's been out of reach for a few minutes.
Yeah, it has. But now with 24 seconds remaining, it definitely is out of reach.
I'd like to thank everyone who was involved with our broadcast here today. The entire University of Colorado men's lacrosse team for helping us out, make this possible. Garrett Michelson for doing everything from helping to build Ethernet to helping set up to even building graphics. Derek is Mr. Utility Guy. Lisa Busca-Fusca, who running the camera this afternoon, doing a killer job, so thank you to Lisa. Of course, Joey Prechtel joining me on commentary for his first lacrosse game. Joey, you're 8 seconds from making it all the way through without doing anything horrible.
Oh, that's good.
So Colorado will break up the ball. It'll be sent down. Ball will be free. It'll be scooped up by Colorado, and that'll do it for this afternoon's game. Colorado will come away with a 15-4 victory. An emphatic performance here on Sunday afternoon. Joey, I really don't think you could draw it up much better for the Buffaloes.
No, you definitely cannot. As I mentioned, struggled against Florida State, allowing those 15 goals, even though McCarr still had a strong performance in net, getting those 18 saves, still had a pretty good save percentage with 56, if I'm not mistaken there. But today, just really dominating the Sonoma State Seawolves from beginning to end, never letting up on defense or on offense for that matter. And, to a final score of 15-4, just truly remarkable for the Colorado Buffaloes, really showing the MCLA why they are the #1 team in the country.
I know there were some questions around the league after Florida State gave Colorado a little bit of a scare. Is Colorado really the real deal, or were they having just a rough game? And I think, all questions were answered this afternoon. The Buffaloes
I mean, emphatically coming away with a 11-goal victory. You know, Joe Paris alongside Joey Prechtel. We're about to wrap things up here from Kitt Field. I mean, really impressive play tonight for Colorado.
Yeah, it's truly remarkable, and you know they're going to face even more tests next week when Grand Canyon and Chapman come to town. You know, both of those very talented squads, both in the top 10, and you know I think both of those teams are going to be watching this game, seeing how Colorado played so efficiently and so well throughout the entirety of this matchup between the Colorado Buffaloes and the Sonoma State Seawolves. But just truly great performance by everyone on the Colorado team, and you know, so hats off to the Sonoma State Seawolves. They fought hard. This is not an easy road trip facing CSU. They came away with a gritty victory, 9-8 over the Rams, and you know, just you know, a lot just can be said for the fatigue from that matchup to this matchup with the elevation as them being from California.
I mean, it's a tough road trip for Sonoma. They will get back on the wagon though, as they've got a lot of games to still play. It'll be a tough conference battle, and I think this is a team that we will see during the MCLA tournament come May. So, Joey, it's time to give away the inaugural Encore brand player of the game. It's got to go to the man, Jensen Makarov.
Oh, absolutely. That's exactly what I was thinking. Played a strong game in net throughout the entire game. I don't have the exact stats with me right now. Unfortunately, we don't have a scorekeeper as part of this squad, but obviously played a very strong game. Only allowed, I believe, 2 goals. And
yeah, Makarov, 2 goals against.
And, you know, just really great performance by him against a talented squad as Sonoma State.
And, you know, really, Makarov had an absolutely brilliant game, but, I mean, the defense, the attack, everyone really was on today. Rowan Sloss, Zach Dawes getting it going. Of course, Clark Salami doing his job in the face-off X. And, I mean, there was a bunch of different buffs to score. 13 different Colorado players scored this afternoon. Everyone from first-line starters to guys who you don't usually see. And really a complete effort this afternoon from Colorado.
Yeah, just very well-rounded. Shows how deep this Colorado team is, and just shows why they're the #1 team in the country. They just have so much talent, and that's the thing with this MCLA squad that you and Mitch kind of touched on Friday night, that, you know, some guys may think they just have the opportunity to just walk on, start getting playing time immediately, but with them being so talented and so deep, you have to earn your way onto this squad and get those minutes.
So the fans here at Kitt Field will go home happy on a beautiful afternoon in Boulder. Really not a better way to spend it, Joey.
No, absolutely not. But unfortunately for you, Joe, you have a exam now after this.
I'm going to go take my media law exam, so that's where I'll be. We'll all be at the Dark Horse tonight celebrating that. But final score from Kitt Field, 15-4 in favor of the Colorado Buffaloes. Again, your encore player of the game, Jensen Makarov. 2 goals against through really basically the entire game. Lowry came in relief in the 4th to give Makarov a little bit of a break, but congratulations. Encore brand, thanks for being a great sponsor this year for CU Men's Lacrosse. Make sure to stay tuned to Twitter and Facebook of CU Men's Lacrosse to check out all of our content. We've got new episodes of Buffs All Access coming out in the spring, so hey, a lot of fun things going on with Colorado Men's Lacrosse. They will stay #1 in the country, Joey. They remain undefeated. A great performance this afternoon, but again, with the entire crew here at Kitt Field, I'm Joe Paris. He's Joey Prechtel. Final score 15-4 from Kitt Field. Everyone enjoy the rest of their afternoon and their Sunday. We'll talk to you next weekend. Again, Chapman and GCU coming into town. Going to be a fun weekend. Guys, enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Go Buffs.